Hello, you magnificent viewers and casual eavesdroppers. Today, we're delving into the perplexing tale of a massive Boeing 727 and its pilot, Ben Padilla, who seemingly pulled off the ultimate vanishing act in 2003. Envision the colossal Boeing 727, a silent behemoth whose history wove seamlessly with American Airlines for a quarter-century. Stripped of its familiar paint, this aircraft stood witness to an unforeseen transformation. On May 25, 2003, and we find ourselves in Luanda, Angola, where the plane had sat idle. Enter Ben Padilla, a certified pilot with an affinity for aviation, and John Muntatu, a mechanic from the Republic of the Congo. These two unauthorized individuals were seen sneaking onto the aircraft just as the sun began to set, marking the beginning of a mysterious journey that defies explanation. Join me as we unravel the mystery of this vanished Boeing 727. But hey, let's not keep all this fascinating knowledge to ourselves. Join our community of curious minds by subscribing right away. When you do, drop us a comment saying, "I subscribe," to let us know you're on board. Together, let's embark on an exciting journey to uncover hidden secrets and untold tales on Becca's casual history. Our journey commences in May of 2003 within the vibrant city of Luanda, Angola, situated on the west coast of South Africa. At 4 de Fevereiro International Airport, a Boeing 727, crafted in 1975, sat silently. Its exterior, adorned only with a stripe of blue, red and white, revealed its rich history. Previously under the care of American Airlines for a quarter of a century, the aircraft found a new owner in aerospace sales and leasing, a Miami-based company. Subsequently leased to TAG Angola Airlines, fate dictated that the 4 de Fevereiro International Airport would become the final resting place for this colossal machine. The Boeing 727 languished on the tarmac for nearly 14 months, accumulating over $4 million in unpaid fees. Its transformation from a commercial carrier to a vessel designed for diesel fuel transport marked a peculiar chapter. Aerospace sales and leasing had ambitious plans to repossess the aircraft from Air Angola and repurpose it in South Africa, steering away from its ignoble fate in Angola. On the fateful evening of May 25, 2003, as the sun dipped below the Angolan horizon around 6 p.m., an unusual incident unfolded. Two individuals, Ben Padilla, an American pilot and flight engineer, and John Muntatu, a mechanic from the Republic of the Congo, were observed surreptitiously entering the idle Boeing 727 without authorization. The witnesses couldn't confirm the presence of anyone else on board, but what remained unequivocal was that neither man held the certification to operate such a formidable aircraft. Ben Padilla, a certified pilot albeit for smaller private planes, and John Muntatu, as a mechanic, lacked the credentials required for the Boeing 727. Nevertheless, with Padilla seemingly at the helm, the Boeing 727 surged to life, careening down the runway without notifying control towers. Despite frantic attempts from tower officers to establish contact, the darkened aircraft ascended into the night sky, veering southwest over the Atlantic Ocean, vanishing without a trace. The departure triggered an immediate and intense search, spearheaded by the FBI and the CIA. Fears lingered that the aircraft, now in unknown hands, could potentially be repurposed as a flying bomb. Puzzlingly, right before its disappearance, the Boeing 727 had been fueled with 14,800 gallons, granting it a potential range of up to 1,500 miles without refueling. The only communication received from the stolen aircraft was a request to land in the Seychelles, an invitation the small island nation accepted. However, the Boeing 727 never made an attempt to touch down. The aircraft, identified by its tail number N844AA, a 28-year-old 727-200 series, remained elusive, making it the largest plane in history to vanish without a trace at that time. The question persisted: how does a Boeing 727 disappear into thin air? As the FBI and CIA redirected their investigation away from terrorism, the absence of sightings or crash reports posed a new riddle, leaving the mysterious fate of the Boeing 727 shrouded in uncertainty. The investigators initiated their pursuit of understanding the individuals presumed to have piloted the plane alone. Ben Padilla, the suspected pilot, was 50 years old at the time of the incident. Described by his family as having an intense passion for airplanes since childhood, Padilla's love for aviation led him to take flying lessons in his mid-20s. His initial certification for small private aircraft expanded to include qualifications in airframe and power plant mechanics. Padilla's sister attested to his lifelong mechanical aptitude, emphasizing that aviation was more than just a profession. It was his enduring passion. Residing in southern Florida with his 2 children and his fiancée of 15 years, Padilla, though not officially married, ensured that his fiancée held power of attorney in case of unforeseen events. This arrangement meant that the majority of his possessions would be entrusted to her. In contrast, when investigators delved into the background of the second individual on the Boeing 727, John Muntatu, they encountered a void. All that was known about Muntatu was his name and origin, the Republic of the Congo. Both Padilla and Muntatu collaborated with Angolan mechanics to prepare the aircraft for flight. At the time of the incident, Padilla, a freelancer, had previously worked with Maury Joseph, the owner of aerospace sales and leasing, on 2 occasions. Tasked with overseeing the necessary repairs for the repossession of the Boeing 727 with the registration N844AA, Padilla acted as Joseph's representative. Operating within the repair station, he supervised the team working on bringing the massive aircraft back to operational status and handled the hiring of a pilot and co-pilot for its journey to Johannesburg. 2 days before the scheduled departure from Luanda, Padilla diligently carried out his responsibilities, coordinating with Air Gemini, the Luanda-based airline. The aircraft needed to be moved from the hangar to the main runway for a systems check, requiring all 3 engines to run simultaneously at full power. This step ensured the aircraft's readiness for flight. On the morning of May 26th, just hours after Padilla mysteriously boarded the aircraft and vanished into the sky, Maury Joseph received a startling call reporting the unauthorized takeoff. American officials were immediately notified, prompting a worldwide alert to airports with runways capable of handling a 727 landing. The motive behind Padilla's sudden decision to embark on such a grandiose journey remained a mystery. In numerous interviews following his brother's disappearance, Padilla's brother maintained his belief that Padilla did not willingly fly away in the Boeing 727. Instead, he speculated that the plane was likely hijacked by terrorists who needed a pilot, even if they lacked the qualifications to operate such an aircraft. In this scenario, Padilla's brother believed that Padilla was either killed or held hostage by the kidnappers. Conversations between Padilla and his brother had previously touched upon the possibility of an aircraft hijacking, given the nature of Padilla's work. On one occasion, Padilla expressed a preference to intentionally crash an aircraft rather than fly it properly if hijacked. Despite these speculations, if the 727 crashed, no remnants or identifiable debris have ever been discovered. In the summer of 2003, just months after the disappearance of the Boeing 727, a plane resembling its description was reportedly sighted in Papua New Guinea. The news quickly sparked a rumor suggesting that this might be the stolen aircraft from Angola. However, upon investigation by the FBI and CIA, none of the claims or rumors proved to be true. Ben Padilla and the Boeing 727 remained elusive, their whereabouts still unknown. Over time, the urgency surrounding the case dwindled. It became apparent to the officials handling the investigation that Padilla no longer posed an immediate threat to the United States or any other country. This shift in perception led more officials to entertain the notion that the plane's disappearance was part of a financial scheme orchestrated by its owner, Maury Joseph. A primary investigator publicly voiced the ambiguity surrounding the motive behind the theft, questioning whether it was for insurance purposes, intended for unsavory characters, or a deliberate terrorist act. Speculation swirled around all 3 possibilities. The idea that Joseph might have staged the entire disappearance gained traction, driven by motives aligned with insurance fraud. Given the poor state of repair of the aircraft and its potential value as spare parts, Joseph stood to benefit from its disappearance through an insurance claim. Joseph's history with dubious insurance claims and involvement with bankrupt companies added weight to the suspicion. With the Boeing 727 never resurfacing and no tangible evidence discovered, the events of that fateful night on May 25, 2003 remained shrouded in uncertainty. Various theories circulated regarding the fate of the aircraft. Some suggested it crashed into the ocean shortly after takeoff, given Padilla's lack of experience with an aircraft of that caliber. Others proposed the possibility of it being shot down by the Angolan Air Force with a missile to avoid potential conflicts. Another theory suggested it might have been stolen on behalf of a drug cartel, considering the cleared-out seats could provide optimal storage for illegal exports. Regardless of the theories, the fact remains that Ben Padilla piloting the stolen Boeing 727 into the unknown constitutes the largest aircraft disappearance without a trace of that time. If you found this narrative intriguing, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. A playlist with more captivating videos awaits you. See you in the next one, and thank you for watching.